Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Yes, it has been some time since the last one, and reason being is currently a lot going on away from trading in my personal life, one of which is moving and also changing careers. So a lot just going on behind the scenes away from trading, which has allowed me to, well, not allowed me to really spend as much time in terms of, recording and doing these sorts of videos. My mind hasn't really been on that, but I always want to make sure that there is something in documentation anyway. My reason for doing this in the first place is to see something from like the bottom up, something that I would have wanted like coming up. Obviously I might not be successful in doing this, but I just want to show like an actual journey of someone kind of going through trading from the bottom up. So we've seen it from the beginning. Yes, there might have been gaps in terms of when the uploads were, but there's always the proof there, I suppose, in terms of the trades. So as you can probably tell from the title of the video, we're going to be requesting my first payout on Alpha Futures, which is really cool. So of course I have qualified with an account, as we'll see here. So this is a qualified account that I'm on at the moment. I do also have two other evals which I'm trading at the moment. I'll probably mention that a little bit later, but what I'm more excited about is to be able to take a payout on this video. It's the first time I'm doing it, so going to be doing it with you guys for the first time. But let's kind of go through where the account is at. So we can see we've got about a 60% win rate, which is really nice to see, because this was actually around 20% in the beginning. So you can probably see here the account went into drawdown straight away. Even back down here you can see that, which is a real shame. It was actually over $800 in drawdown, which is almost half of the drawdown straight away. So just looking at this compared to what my other trading has been like, probably just shows that there were emotions in play, of course, because it's the first time being in a qualified account on Alpha Futures, so that could have been something that was at play there, but fortunately managed to turn things around, which is really nice. So as you can see, really tough start to the account at first. Managed to get some small profits in the 2 weeks after that, but December has been, so that was November actually, December's been great. As you can see, didn't trade today because I've already hit the eligibility for being able to get a payout, so I'm going to mention what that kind of looks like. But yeah, just one red day on each of these last 2 weeks, which is really nice to see. About 1% each week, which is great. So really happy with this week. So this does actually allow for a payout of 50% of the profits. So first of all is being able to hit the consistency rule. I've opened up a page here, so we can see that I just managed to play it to get to a point where it was 39%, so it meets the 40% that is needed. You can actually see here even more clearly the equity on the account as well. So it actually went more than 1,000 in drawdown, and kind of hovered around here for some time, just tried to really play it safe at this point until we kind of started to work our way up. And these last 2 weeks have been really good. So really nice equity curve here, which is great to see. But yeah, just started the account really poorly, obviously, so took some time to get that back. I think, well, we can see the first trade was on the 8th of November, which is just over a month ago. So it's taken just over a month to manage to get this first payout. Yes, it's not a lot by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a start of something. And when you think about being able to copy trade and do this over multiple accounts, then this can really start to add up. When you think with Alpha Futures you can get 3 accounts, that could triple this amount here, then being able to have it with other firms, one of which I'm actually trading at the moment in terms of instant funding is Top 1 Futures. So I'll show you what that looks like at the moment over here. So we've actually got 4 accounts here, so 2 of them were giveaways, and it even shows here, so this one was a giveaway, this one was a giveaway, which I think I mentioned one of these in the last video anyway. These are just the 25k accounts. I say just as well, but you know, when you manage to have like multiple accounts in it, all really starts to add up. This one would require an activation fee. This isn't eval, so it's over 50% there, but it'd be $149 for being able to activate this one. This one, for the giveaway one, I just haven't even bothered trading at the moment. And then I do have 2 instant funded accounts, so these are actually straight into funded instead of having to do an evaluation. So I just thought I'm gonna purchase a couple of these, which I'm fortunate enough to be in some profit. So on 25k account, it's currently at 1.7k in profit, which is really, really nice. As you can see, this is kind of the last 2 weeks, which I've had really good trading for this. And then I think I've only had like 2 days on this account that I've actually traded. So this one's up about 250. So it's about 1% up as well. So really, really nice. With these, you need to have 6% on the account to be able to withdraw. This one is really at 6%. It's just the consistency isn't in place, which I believe is 20%. So I don't really want to cover too much about this one in this video, but I'll cover it in the future. But just as a pointer, if you're thinking about like having multiple accounts, this can all really start to add up. And really, in the last 2 weeks, the profit has been, I think, about 3k, which is pretty nice on just funded accounts. And that's only 3 accounts, 2 of which are 25k. One is a 50k, so it's a total of 100k in funding, and it's 3% basically in terms of profit in about 2 weeks. So that's amazing to think, and going to hopefully be able to take these payouts on the other accounts as well, which I'm going to go into. But this video really more is just about this qualified account and how we've managed to get to a point that we can take a payout on this. So first of all, what I realized when I was going through this is how I need to do the consistency. And at the point of trading this, it was this day here, the 230. This was the highest day. So first of all, you need to have 5 days of $200 plus. I didn't have that until here because I was just trading a little bit smaller. I didn't want to go into further drawdown. So I managed to get one here in terms of a 200 day, a couple of losing days again, and then another one, so that was 2. Small green day, I didn't want to try and just force anything at that point. What I'm just kind of doing is now just making sure I have lot sizes that allows me to stay within the consistency, not going for like crazy big wins as we've seen with my trading as well. I'm just looking for small scalps. But we had this day here, so this was basically the day that I needed to make sure that I didn't then go higher than, because then it would just mean that I'd have to do more in terms of a profit. So with this day, it just meant that I needed to roughly make about $600 in terms of profit, which we've now managed to do, alongside having some more days of 200. Plus, these days I didn't even force having to do 200, but now looking back on it, I probably should have just allowed myself to try and push a little bit more for the 200. Because one thing is, during your first few payouts, or until you've hit 30 trading days of 200 profit or more, you can only take out 50% of the profit of the account. But after you've done the 30 trading days of 200 or more, you can then request 100%. So I'm going to start to sort of like allow myself to be in a position where I can eventually take the 100%, because right now I can only take 50%, which I've just gone through doing. Roughly 600 divided by 2, so it's roughly about 300 that we can take from the account. So 298 $1.12. So we're going to be requesting that today. So let's kind of get into things then. Hopefully that's kind of covered the consistency. Basically, no day can be more than 40% of the total profit. So for example, if you had $1,000 of profit, no day can be more than 40% of that. So I just wanted to play it small. I might start sizing up a little bit more as we go along. We'll see how we get along, but I don't really need to when I start thinking about being able to like copy trade. So it's not something that I necessarily need to do, but we shall see. But let's get into things then. The dashboard doesn't seem to work well on Chrome for some reason, so I'm using this on Brave. I don't know if anyone else has any issues with the alpha dashboard when using it on Google Chrome. I don't know if it's because of ad blocker or whatever it might be, because I have that on Google Chrome, but I went into their server and just asked what the issue is. They just said to use a different browser. So to be able to use the actual dashboard of the alpha futures dashboard, then I just do it on Brave at the moment. So let's go to payout and then request new payout. Okay, so I should be able to do everything here. So just got to drop down on my one account. I think I'm probably going to blur this. I don't know if it's a bad thing really to show the accounts, but I've just seen it on my video. So there we go. I have signed up with Wise. So I have also used Wise when I've been in different countries for transactions between currencies. So I'm going to go with that at the moment. I don't know if it's better to do Rise. I think I've seen most people do that, so I'm going to look into doing that in the future. So let's just do that, and then the withdrawable amount is 298.12. Another good thing about this is it's not a lot, which means that the drawdown is not going to be too hard to stay within, because of course the I'd have to show it on another tab, but the drawdown basically is 2,000 from here, which is at 596. So if we think about that, if I'm taking roughly 300 from it, let's just say it goes down to 50,300 just to make it easy. It leaves like 1,700 left of drawdown, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm able to now withdraw some money from the market, which is great. But I'm also not in a tough position now with this account. It's basically just having one losing day, basically, so it's not really the end of the world. I mean, I was like roughly 1,100 down actually on this account, so yeah, so we're happy with that. So let's see what happens here. I've never done this before, so let's give this a go. Success. Payout has been successfully requested. You'll be notified within 24 business hours. All right, great. It is now a Friday, so I've probably done this at a bad time, but it is what it is. It's just the way it goes. So I might not hear until Monday, it seems, for this. But yeah, I'll keep you guys in the loop. I wonder if it's actually done anything to the account then. Let's just see. No, I don't think it has. Oh, it shows it's closed now on this as well. But yeah, that's the payout, so we'll see what happens with that. This has already been updated actually. There's 0% now for consistency, so I'll just have to do that again. And yeah, I don't think it's... Has it done anything? The 9th of December. Not sure. We'll have to see, but yeah, that's the first payout on the account, so hopefully there's no issues with that. There's nothing that I can think of that could mean that I don't get the payout on this account, so we'll see on that. But yeah, hopefully everyone's trading is going well. Once again, just happy to be able to take a payout on this. What I might actually do is I'm thinking about doing more of these top on futures accounts. I'm also actually trading these on TraderVate, so today I managed to do about roughly 150 on each of the two accounts, which is pretty cool. So I'm starting to look into how to do the copy trading. I've had some issues with trying to even use this in the first place. It's not as easy as Project X, but there's a few different things you have to kind of think about. So even just as simply as I wanted to do 5 micros on these trades. If you copy trade it, you would have to do 10 within here, because there's a total of 10 micros that you want to put on. So it just kind of splits it up between the two. But yeah, that was all. I had to do some like YouTube video research on that sort of stuff. So yeah, just pretty happy with how things are at the moment. If we think about these two accounts, right now this is up 250-ish, and this is up 720. So it's roughly 2k in profit really for these two accounts, so pretty nice. Hopefully we can get some payouts on this. So with that 300 basically I can take out, I am looking to potentially purchase 1, maybe even 2 of these top 1 futures, because right now what I'm thinking is I don't think it's as smart to buy an evaluation right now, given obviously how December is. I don't expect Christmas week to be very good in terms of trading. I also don't expect this week to be that great. So really, I think next week might still be okay in terms of trading, and then 2 weeks will probably be quite tough. So I don't want to purchase any more evaluations with I suppose the time constraint of having to pass within a month before a rebuild date. So what I might do, because I think there's probably going to be some discounts towards the end of the month, is maybe purchase some evaluations at that point. So perhaps even if we've managed to get some more payouts, which would obviously be best case scenario, then I would put that into more accounts as well. So I'm quite what's the word? I think I'm gonna probably get another top 1 futures account, so just be able to copy trade these. Another thing I haven't even mentioned as well, there's so much that I haven't really spoken about since the last video, but what I've started to do is just trade these separately as well. So this top 1 futures, I'm not trading the same as the alpha futures. So I'm copy trading top 1 futures as their own trades, but then I'm also copy trading alpha futures as their own trades as well. Hopefully that makes sense. But only for the evaluations. Now the qualified account doesn't even show here now, so hopefully that comes back up. That's quite scary to see, but I guess it's because they obviously need to look into the account and make sure everything's good. I can't even look into the data of it now, but yeah, we'll see. We'll be updated on that sort of stuff anyway, but yeah, these accounts also, just the last 2 weeks have been quite nice on this as well, so hopefully can push these into being able to get to a funded point. This one's in slight drawdown, but the other one's at 2.1k. Nice equity curve here. Didn't really trade it too much over this sort of time, because I was just kind of struggling with the trading, I suppose with the mental aspect of the qualified account as well. So yeah, hopefully that's cool for you guys to see, gives you guys some food for thought in terms of how to trade these accounts. Hopefully it kind of helps that you don't need to be like a crazy good trader. I mean, my win rate's around 60%. I only really aim for like 1-to-1s, and it's kind of going quite well at the moment. So obviously it's not fantastic, but you know, it's something, and hopefully we can kind of get better with that as well. So hopefully everyone's trading's been going well, and hopefully I can upload some more frequent videos as well. But yeah, good luck, good trading.